Welcome back, Alpha Academy friends. Today we're going to learn how to write our letter and we're going to practice it in Play-Doh, but before we do, we have to learn our poem. So let's get started by learning our poem. It sounds like this. Go down to the ground, then back to the top. Now, I want you to pretend you're on a slide. You're sliding down like that, but we're going on an angle to the right, okay? So go down to the ground, then back to the top. Slide down to the right, whee! Then climb back up, like you're starting over. Here we go. Down to the ground, then back to the top. Slide down to the right, whee! Then climb back up. Very good, that's your uppercase N. Now your lowercase n, guess what? Your lowercase n looks almost exactly like your lowercase m. It starts the same. 25 or 30 years. But with our m, with our n, we're gonna stop after the first bump. So last week we learned how to make an m, so the n lowercase is gonna be super easy. So here's our poem, ready? Go down to the ground, then back to the top. Add one bump, and then you stop. Good. Let's do it again. Ready? Go down to the ground, then back to the top. Add one bump, and then you stop. Good. Get your Play-Doh out so we can get working on our letters. Okay, now that we have learned our poem for how to write the letter N, let's go ahead and make it with our Play-Doh. But before we get started, we're going to warm up our hands. Are you ready? Squeeze and let go. Squeeze and let go. Squeeze and let go. Squeeze and let go. And squeeze and let go. Very good. Okay, we have to do 1, 2, 3 lines. So I'm going to make at least 3 balls over here. I'll set this aside and we're going to roll these out. Are you ready? Here we go. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Can you roll that out? There's our first one. Let's do it again. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh, let's try it again. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Actually, this is a thick line, so I'm going to break it in half, and I'm going to roll it even more. And then it's going to make our line thinner or skinnier. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Okay. And our last line for our uppercase, and then we'll go ahead and build it with our poem. So once you have 3 lines, here's our 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go ahead and make our N. So it says, go down to the ground, then back to the top. So go down to the ground. Ready? Start here. And we're going to go down to the ground. And I'm going to rip any extra off. Down to the ground, then back to the top. Slide down to the right. Doesn't this look just like a slide? You're going to slide down to the right. There we go. And then we're going to climb back up. So let's say it again. Go down to the ground, then back to the top. Slide down to the right, then climb back up. Very good. Let's pretend this is our little narwhal, right? Let's pretend he's making an N. Go down to the ground. He's swimming. Down to the ground, then back to the top. Now, what's he going to do? Or she. They're going to slide down to the right. Whee! That was fun. And then climb back up. Climb up, climb up, climb up. There's our N. Good. Should we have our notebook do it? Ready? Go down to the ground, then back to the top. Now, the notebook's going to slide down. Are you ready, notebook? Yes, I am. Here we go. Slide down to the right. Whee! That was fun. And then we're going to climb back up. Do, 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 do. They both did it. Okay, now we're going to work on our lowercase n. Now remember, if you remember how to make your lowercase m from last week, then you can make our lowercase n. It's almost exactly the same. It starts exactly the same, and then we stop. So our lowercase says this: go down to the ground. Ready? Go down to the ground, then back to the top. Ready? Here's another one we're going to roll out. Go down to the ground, then back to the top. Add one bump, and then you stop. Good. Okay, I'm going to get my noodles. And we're going to make our noodles go down to the ground, then back to the top. Add one bump, and then you stop. Now I'm going to try it with my nuts. Ready? Go down to the ground, then back to the top. Add one bump, and then you stop. Great job. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and spread this out so we can stamp our ends. And remember, each time we stamp, we're going to make the sound that our end makes. Do you remember what sound our end makes? N, n, like the nest in this picture, right? Nest. Or what's our motion? We touch our nose. That's our N sound. N, n. Okay, you ready? Go ahead and spread that out. If you have your rolling pin, you can use your rolling pin too. Okay, I'm going to take my uppercase blue N and we're going to stamp. Here we go. N, n. N, n. Last uppercase. N. Good. Now we're going to do our lowercase. Ready? N, 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 n. And the last one, n. Great job. Okay, you know what I want you to do now? I want you to take this number. What number is this? Starts with N. 9. I want you to take your 9 and put it in the middle of your Play-Doh. And then I want you to take your gems. We're going to count out 9 gems. And we're going to put them around the 9. Okay, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's our 9 gems. You should be so proud of yourself for how hard you've worked today.
We're so excited to say our favorite goodbye poem.
See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
In an hour, sunflower.
Maybe 2, kangaroo.
Got to go, buffalo.
Better swish, jellyfish.
Chop, chop, lollipop.
Gotta run, skeleton.
Bye, bye, butterfly.
Better shake, rattlesnake.
Give a hug, ladybug.
Take care, polar bear.
Our time together now ends. Goodbye, good friends.